Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Stephanie, and on this channel I share my financial stresses and successes on our financial journey to be debt free. I have a family of 5 and my husband and I both work full-time, and we're currently on a journey to pay off over $70,000 in credit card debt. So if you enjoy monthly budgets, paycheck budgets, weekly check-ins, and debt updates, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my future videos. And excuse Rusty. Without any further ado, let's get into my weekly check-in for the first week of September. So for the first week of September, boy, was it an eventful one. I guess let's go over the transactions first, and then I'll tell you guys about what happened. So my husband and I both got paid this past week. He got his usual $1,300 and I brought in $1,650. We paid his cell phone bill for $108. We paid his truck payment for $576. We paid one of our ViStar credit cards for $264, another one of our ViStar cards for $136, Bank of America for $136, and Chase for $35. Brian got half of his personal money, so $75. We paid a $72 permit fee that we incurred when we applied to put a deck on our property. We paid $20 for our streaming service NextGen. Y'all, I went to the gas station and got milk one day after football, so I guess it was like last Saturday. A half a gallon of milk was $5.39. I was like, that is ludicrous. Like, y'all lucky I gotta make cornbread when I get home, because otherwise, like, I was so mad. No, but yeah, $5.39 for a half a gallon of milk. Got gas right then too, because we were at the gas station. It was $30.01 to fill up my van. We paid Carter's tuition for $435.15. I do have a payment plan for Carter's tuition. He's supposed to come out on the 8th, but I got an email saying that it was coming out on the 1st. So I was confused by that. I contacted his school and they told me that it was set up for the 1st, but on the portal it still showed the 8th. So the lady said she changed it for me so it would come out on the 8th going forward, but we weren't planning to pay Carter's tuition this week. Fortunately, we did have enough money to cover it, but yeah, $435.15 came out that I wasn't expecting. We got some furniture pads, like those little circle felt stickies that you put on the bottom of like chairs, furniture. The floor that we have is a vinyl sheet, and it doesn't have any kind of slip at all. Like, it's waterproof flooring. Like, it doesn't slip or slide. So when you have a chair and you're trying to like scoot it or anything like that, it don't scoot. Ain't no scoot. It don't slip. It don't slide. Like, we needed furniture pads on the bottoms of our chairs to like help us be able to comfortably get in and out of our seats, because they really just wouldn't move on the floor that we have. So those were $337, and then I got 2 garbage cans for my boys, one for each one of their rooms. Carter didn't get one, but Caleb and Bryson like to draw and color at their desk in their rooms, and they just always have pencil shavings and crumpled up paper and stuff in their room, so they needed a garbage can. So I got each of them a 5-gallon garbage can for their room, so that was $9.96. We got a bag of ice at the game, or for the game on Saturday, so that was $2.12. We went to Publix and got groceries for $28.83. This was right after the hurricane. I think it was the Thursday or Friday after Hurricane Idalia came through. We got most of our groceries from Walmart, but Walmart didn't have any eggs and they didn't have any bread. And today, I'm recording this, it's September 8th, and Walmart still doesn't have any bread. So we went to Publix and got bread, eggs. I got some Eggo pancakes. I think I got some fruit too. So that was $28.83. I got some soap. I ordered this on Amazon. My husband likes a certain type of soap, and we used to be able to get it at Walmart pretty cheap, but they don't have it anymore. So I've been searching around and finally found some on Amazon. It was more expensive than we used to get it at Walmart, but you know, at least I found it. So it was as cheap as I could find. So I got him some soap. It was $5.75, and then we got our normal groceries at Walmart for $157.86. My 7-year-old asked for some Fortnite V-Bucks, so he got that for $7.99. When we ate out, my kids had McDonald's for $19.85, and my husband and I had Popeyes for $23.29. We paid my van payment for $355. We paid my husband's life insurance for $35.93. Our house cleaner came. She was here 4 hours, so it was $80, and then I gave her a $10 tip since it was the first cleaning. And my house was a hot mess express, so $90 for our cleaning. I got Carter a nap mat because every time we go to football, it's like prime nap time. My 7-year-old's games start at 11:30, so we have to be there an hour before, so we have to be at the field at 10:30. And then my 9-year-old's games start at 1:30. So right in that window is, you know, prime nap time, and Carter always falls asleep in the little folding chairs that we have, and I feel so bad for him. Like, he looks so uncomfortable, and his nap is short, and he's cranky. So I got like a 2-inch thick nap mat, just like the ones you take, you know, when the kids are in kindergarten or pre-K, that folds up. It's a little thicker, but I got that so we could bring it with us to the game and just put like a toddler sheet on top of it and lay it on the floor, so he can take a nap. So that was $16.92. And then my husband got some gas in his truck for $80. And then we went back to Walmart and got some more groceries for $65. So all that to say, we are rolling over 155.58 into the second week of September. Okay, so let me tell you guys about what happened this week. So on Monday, even though it was Labor Day, I had scheduled for the guy who's been coming out and working on me and Brian's vehicles. He was supposed to come out and change a camshaft phaser and a oil control valve on my van, right? So he came over. He always comes like right at 8 o'clock. Like, he's so good about being timely. Like, we're usually his first stop, I guess. You know, when he has an appointment with us, he comes to us first. He always gets here about 8 o'clock. So he was here at 8 o'clock, and he worked on my van for several hours. And I think it was after 11 when he left. So I paid him, and he was on his way. And I didn't think anything of it. You know, I didn't try and start my car, or I didn't have anywhere to go until later in the afternoon. So he was gone. So later that night on Monday, the boys had to go to football. Brian was home because he got off at 3 that day. So Brian was home. We go to get in my van, and my car will not start, you guys. So push the start, and it's like sounding like it wants to crank up. You can tell it's not, like the battery's not connected. It's definitely trying to crank. It's trying to connect, but it's just like it's not catching, right? So we get out of my car and we pile into Brian's truck, and he's like in the yard, he's mowing, and he sees me like drive out of the driveway with his truck, and he's looking at me like I'm crazy. So I had texted him and told him, hey, my car won't start. And I rolled down the window to him and was just like, yeah, my car, it won't start, you know? So I didn't really, you know, think too much of it. I was like, okay, so when he put the car back together, maybe something was loose or was disconnected or something, and he didn't realize it. So I texted the mechanic, and he was like, okay, well, I'll be there first thing in the morning to take a look at your van. Now, mind you, we already had an appointment for Brian to have his truck worked on, and whatever he was doing to Brian's truck was going to be an all-day affair, he told me. So I was expecting him to show up at like 8 a.m. bright and early on Tuesday, like he always does. So Tuesday comes around, 8 o'clock comes around, he's not here. 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. I'm like, well, this is unusual. Like, he doesn't usually take this long. And if it's going to take all day for him to work on your car, why is he not here yet? I thought maybe we would be the only people on his schedule today, you know, based on that. So I texted him and he was like, oh, I'm sorry for the late response. I actually got in a car accident. So he's not going to be able to come on Tuesday because the truck that he drives that has all of his tools and everything was in the accident. He was in an accident. He was like, I got to wait for the car insurance company, see what they're going to do about my truck. I was like, you know, my car is not starting. We're a 2-car household. So I was like, you know, I don't want to sound insensitive, but could I come get you? And like, you can just come like have a look at my car and see if you can get it back to starting, because it, you know, we're put out by my car not working. So he was like, well, my ribs are bruised and I'm in a lot of pain right now. So I can't right now, but you know, as soon as I can, I'll be over there. So that was Tuesday. Today's Friday and I haven't heard from him. You know, I understand he got in an accident. I understand he may be in pain. He doesn't have a vehicle. I did pay him on Monday for the repair he did to my car. And I told Brian, I was like, you know, someone like him who is a mechanic, he works for cash daily. You know, I was like, I'm not sure. I mean, he might be the best, you know, budgeter and saver there is, you know, this side of the budgeting community. But I would imagine that he's going to need money sooner rather than later, since he probably doesn't have PTO. He doesn't have, you know, sick time, all those things that, you know, people who work corporate jobs can rely on to bring some income in when they're out. So I was hoping that he would be getting back with us sooner rather than later based on that. But so far he has not reached out to me about coming out to look at my van or fixing Brian's truck like he was scheduled to do on Tuesday. So yeah, that's where we're at. Fortunately, this week Brian was on the 1 to 11 shift. So I've been able to take his truck in the morning to drop the kids off at school, and then I take him to work. He has to be at work at 1, so I take him to work in the afternoon, and then once I leave his job, I go pick up the boys at 2:30, and then I come home. And then the worst part of this whole thing is I have to go get Brian. So around 10 o'clock at night, I have to get in the car, and we live in the country, so there's like no street lights. So I'm driving in the dark, the pitch black. If you live somewhere where there's no street lights, there's no stores, there's nothing to light up the roads, it's country. So I'm driving in the pitch black every night to Brian's job to pick him up. So we don't get home until like 11:30, quarter to 12 every night. And I'm beat by then because usually I'm falling asleep watching one of you guys' videos by like 9:45. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely tired. But said that to say we've been okay with one car. Brian is on the 1 to 11 shift all week next week too. So I'm hoping that early next week, the mechanic will reach out to me about coming out and fixing my car. You know, I'm hoping the timing is just like lining up perfectly for this to have happened and that we're not put out by it, because I looked into like getting a rental and it would be like $350 for me to have a rental from like Monday to Friday while we wait on the mechanic to fix my car. That, or we'd have to try and get it towed somewhere to get my car fixed, which if we take it to a dealership, it's obviously going to cost a lot more than the mechanic charges us to do anything. So y'all just pray that my mechanic feels better soon, that he gets back on his feet soon, and that he can come out and take a look at my van and see what the problem is as to why it's not starting. It was running fine before he came and changed those two parts on my car. So just a little perturbed that it's not starting now. And I know it, you know, he's, like I said, he's come out here several times since we found him and done tune-ups and changed brake pads and like done all kinds of things on our cars recently. So I don't not trust the guy. I feel like we have a pretty good relationship. It just, you know, really inconvenient what happened. But you can bet your bottom dollar the next time he comes over here, I'm going to make sure my car starts before he leaves. So let's go ahead and do the closeout really quick. Brian's pay, my pay was what it says here. My Pacifica came out for $355. Brian's life insurance was $35.93. Brian's cell phone was $108. Truck payment was $576. Next gen was $20. Tuition was $435.15. Credit cards were $264, $136, $35, and $136. Okay, I'm gonna add all that up. Total for fixed expenses. Okay, just give me 1 minute. Our total for fixed expenses is $2,101.08. Our income is $29.50. So for cleaning, it ended up being $90. I'm gonna move cleaning into our household. What is it, like cashless envelope? So it's not down here in miscellaneous going forward, because I just think the cleaning should go in household. So that's where I'm gonna move it instead of like having it out here like it's a bill. So that's what you guys will see next week and after. So for groceries, hold on, let me get my cheat sheet open. All right, groceries, we spent $262.83. For personal money, Brian got $75. For cars, we did $110.01. For household, we did $75.33. Wait, that might be wrong because I have cleaning in here. So $85.33. For pets, we didn't get anything. For kids, we got $27.03. For medical, nothing. And eating out was $43.14. And nothing for clothes. Okay. $603.34. And $90 for miscellaneous. And nothing for sinking funds. So we should have $155. What do we say? Carter, baby, can you calm down, please? $155.58.
What is it?
I'm trying to math over here. You're too loud.
Me?
Yeah, you. All right, that's right. 155. Excuse me, boo boo. 155.58 is what we're rolling over into the second week of September. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, hit that red subscribe button. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.